Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum. I hope you're doing great. Today's class is going to be an introduction on Arduino IDE. So what you will learn in this class, it's basically how to install Arduino IDE and how you can use it to program Arduino. So Arduino, it's going to be basically a detail about what's Arduino and what's going to be used for. It's going to be in this lecture. You can always, before getting to this Arduino IDE, go and read about it a little bit. So anyway, microcontrollers do a lot of great things, and that's why we learn them. We're going to learn them in this project. So we're going to learn about microcontroller and how it can be used in creating a lot of great projects like robots. Okay, so what you need, list of material that you need. You're gonna need the laptop, definitely to program your Arduino. You're gonna need to connect your Arduino board to a laptop. You will need an Arduino board. What I have here shown in picture, it's an Arduino Mega, and so it's not an Arduino Uno, but it's still using the same microcontroller. You're gonna have you're gonna need also a USB. It depends on which Arduino you're using board. You might need USB B or C, depends on which board you have. But anyway, you're gonna need a USB and internet access. So to have you have to have internet access to download the software. These are the 4 components that you need for this class. Follow these steps. So basically, to download the Arduino IDE software, so you go to this link. To download this software, you have to go to this link, or just Google the name download Arduino IDE. So either way, it's gonna get you to, if you click on this link, it's gonna get you to this page. Or if you Google download Arduino IDE, the first option is this page here. So once you're in that page, make sure you select your operating system. I have Windows laptop, so it's I selected the Windows 7 or newer. If you have Macintosh or Linux, then just choose the right option that you have here. You can contribute. This is Arduino IDE that is open source software and hardware. If you would like to contribute to their cause, you can basically click on $3 or whatever amount of money you want to contribute to their cause. But if you just select just download, you don't need to pay anything, and it's free. You can basically should be able to download your software. So you have this window.exe file, executable file. You can save it once it's saved in your hard drive. Like in my case here, I just choose Majid under training, and I will save it under here. And you click basically save. So once you save and run the your software, you should have an icon Arduino IDE installed in your desktop. So you click on the icon there, and once you clicked on it, you will have a window just like this that opens up, and you have, voila, you have Arduino IDE installed. Now we can start programming. Well, one more thing we have to do. So before we start programming, make sure that your laptop is connected to the Arduino board using USB cable. So once you have that connected, then we're gonna check the communication between the Arduino IDE and the board. Make sure that actually whatever code or sketch, with Arduino we say the word sketch instead of code or program, but it's just a name. You can just say code or program or sketch, doesn't matter. The main thing is knowing how to code and how to use this Arduino IDE software. So make sure that the board is connected to your laptop, and then in that window, go to the top of the menu here and go to Tools. And let me do this, using actual software instead of going through the slides. So I'm gonna select Arduino. So make sure basically you go to Tools, and under Tools, so there are three options here, that three things that we have to do. We have to select the board. So I am selected already the Arduino Mega, and this is the board I have. That's good. So you select that. You go back again to Tools, and then under Processor, you select the correct processor for your microcontroller. So I have the Atmega 2560, so I'm good there. And you go back again to Tools, and under Ports, let me connect my Arduino again, and okay, to make sure which communication port you connect to, go to Search in Windows. You just go to type Device Manager. Oops, I have it here open. And under Port COM, you click on that, and notice that the port that I'm using, it's COM3. Okay, that's how you check the correct ports. So I'm gonna go back here under the Arduino IDE. Go back to Tools, and the right port is selected. So that's good. Sometimes your device is connected to too many ports. Just make sure you connect the right one. So once this is done, you want to basically verify your code. So this check mark here button, you click on it, and since this code, let me just zoom in a little bit. Since this code is really it's an example we are using, it shouldn't have any problems, it shouldn't have any error. But when you write your own code, always go to this button here and click on it to verify, and you should get this done compiling. Okay, once this is done, you click on this to upload your code to Arduino, and notes that the code now, this LED here, the built-in LED, is blinking, and we're gonna go over this on the program itself. Okay. So the communication between, now let's go back to the slides. So we did all this stuff, should be good. We selected the processor, we selected the COM. This is this slide there before. I connected other devices, so I had two choices. So earlier my Arduino was selected on COM 6, but now it's COM 3. So just make sure that you select the right one. Now let's open. This is how basically you open an example. Okay, under File. Under File, you go to Examples, and then Basic, select Basic, and under Basic, you select Blink. This is the Blink program that actually we uploaded to Arduino. This is the steps how you select that. Again, we did this on the actual software. So you verify, you upload the code, and your Arduino should be blinking. Okay. This is some of the tips how you read on, or when you write an Arduino sketch. these are the component that goes into that sketch or code basically. So on top you have a forward slash asterisk forward slash. This is a comment basically. It's very good to always write a comment either for users that you're going to use that code, or for yourself, like in a couple of months, a year, you want to know what that code does. So in here, for example, the title is blink, and this code basically, it will turn an LED on for 1 second, and it will turn it off for 1 second, and it it's continuously repeated until you abort from the game. So the top purple quadrant here is nothing but a comment. You don't need it for a program, but it's a good habit to have comments. Okay, and note the comments. You always have to do a slash, asterisk, and an asterisk slash, and then text should be in between. And in the code, you will always have this method or function. Void setup. This is really just like you're building a house. You know, you cannot build a house without foundation. So the void setup is the same thing. It's a function that basically lets you initialize all your variables and set up all your functions that you need. And we're gonna go in detail what are these pin mode and how actually it works and the arguments inside it. Okay, and then you also need beside the void setup, you're gonna need a void loop, a function or method. So this one is basically once you set up the foundation, this is what the program is going to be running over and over and over without stopping. So continuously run this loop. So I'm just going to quickly explain what's happening here. So first, what we did, we set up using this pin mode, okay, function or method that actually require 2 arguments. So the first one is the LED or the pin number. Here is we are using an embedded LED or built-in LED in Arduino, which is pin number 13. Okay, and we're telling, hey, the LED is connected to pin number 13 internally, and we're saying we want this pin to be output. Means we want to send either high voltage or low voltage. Okay, so we're setting this pin to be output. Okay, and then in the loop, what we did here, we using another method or function called digital write. Okay, and we will talk in Arduino. This is actually already explained in Arduino, but this digital write function, what it does. So basically, it also require we use parentheses to put the inputs or the arguments, and this function here or method require the pin number, which is the variable LED built in, which is pin number 13, and we're saying to set it high. So high is really 5 volts, means it's gonna lit that LED, and it will lit that LED. There's a delay function here. It will basically lit it for 1000 milliseconds. We're writing milliseconds, so which is 1 second. And then the same function here, but this time we make it low, which is we put in 0 volts or something like below, let's say 2.5 volts. It will be interpreted by Arduino as low or 0 volts. Okay, so we put in the same LED, this time to low, so we're gonna turn it off for 1 second. So this is what the program does, and this keep repeating. This is loop on and off 1 second, on and off 1 second. Okay, so this is a little bit about syntax, about the code. So basically, Arduino consists of letters, words like pin mode, delays, and symbols like semicolon, brackets, forward slash, asterisks, all these symbols, words, and letters, they are called tokens. You don't really need to know all this, but it's very important to know how we write statements, okay, and the syntax, okay. So for example, so just saying here the pin mode is made of 7 tokens. Really don't care about that. Well, just for information, okay. So this pin mode, it's basically a method or function that someone wrote it, and it's stored somewhere in memory, and this code, it get executed each time we call for that function, okay. So you can write your own function. So this is one of the functions that we use in Arduino. So, and as I mentioned before, this is how it works. So we're gonna need basically an argument, and so we're gonna, or an input. So it needs 2 inputs. One is the pin number, and the other one, the status. Is it gonna be output or input? So that pin. So microcontroller, he needs to know what to do with that pin. So should I send voltage ones or 0, or high and low? So this is what it does here, okay. And we separate the inputs by comma, okay. We put parentheses and then put the 2 inputs, and then we separate them by comma, and then we terminate the statement using semicolon. We have to, if you don't put the semicolon here, you'll get an error. So make sure that you understand the syntax, okay. So we will be seeing more codes, and we're gonna learn about, this is just an introduction to Arduino IDE. Comment, for example, this is a single line comment, just like this one, but this one has multiple lines. With this one, with the / and then some text here, it's used for like one single line, so you can do that. Or if you want to, for example, the compiler, as I mentioned, all comments are ignored. So if I want to ignore this statement here, I can just precede it with the / and then this is going to be grayed out, okay. So anything that you see grayed out, like this text here, and this means the compiler is not looking into it. So it's not a code, basically. Also in the code, there are what we call identifiers, like pin mode, output, delays, some keywords like this list here are reserved, and they cannot be used, okay, as an identifier. And we're gonna see more of this like in future, and we're gonna talk about arrays and Boolean, and what's double and all. So this is just an introduction to Arduino IDE, how to use it. I hope this short video was helpful, and thank you, and I'll see you next time.